Chairman, distinguished guests, members of the fashion industry, I stand on existing established protocols. My own godfather I came with, Judge Louis Lamis. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here on behalf of the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amoakohene, who is currently not in the country and he's on an important assignment. This is a huge shoe I need to stand in, but I'll do my best to do exactly what Dr. wants Ashanti Fashion Industry Network to achieve. Today, we look at the opportunities and challenges surrounding our fashion industry. We look at the opportunities because if this fashion industry is well taken care of, it has numerous opportunities it can create for our young entrepreneurs and young citizens of this country. I said it some 2 days ago that we live in a country where every politician's manifesto centers around the fact that they want to create an enabling environment. They want to absorb a chunk of the youth through employment schemes. If you have an industry such as the fashion industry, which can absorb hundreds of both educated and uneducated Ghanaians, why are we as government not paying so much attention to this industry? In this vein, when Dr. Frank Amoakohene assumed office, he introduced what we dubbed the Ashanti Festival. The Ashanti Festival was a body of works which had about 25 different programs. It is by no coincidence that the fashion program which we had in Ashanti Festival was the second event. This goes a long way to talk about the passion and commitment which he has as a regional minister towards our industry. It is refreshing to know that during the Ashanti Festival's fashion exhibition and fashion program, the industry saw the need to come together under one umbrella, united to create the Ashanti Fashion Industry Network. We live in a region where one of our greatest strengths lie on the creative industry. When I talk about the creative industry, in Ashanti region, we know of Kumawood. In Ashanti region, we know of our music. In Ashanti region, listening to the conversation which just happened on stage. It is so much disheartening that sometimes when we talk about our creative industry, we even neglect the fashion industry. Dr. Frank Amoakohene would want to change the status quo for the fashion industry in the region. And in this vein, when central government launched the National Apprenticeship Program, I can say for a fact that some of our fashion designers in this building today had the opportunity to be a part of that program. The Ejumariwa program, which has been launched by government, is a program which is expected to help our creatives, a program which is expected to help our entrepreneurs. And I would urge everyone, if you were not selected in the first phase, I know that a second phase is going to be opened. So I would challenge the leaders of the fashion industry, my very good friend Lofty, Same, and all the others, that let's engage so that people who were not selected in the first phase from the Ashanti region can be selected. We can only make a conscious effort. We can only consciously try to put Ashanti region on the map. And if we are doing that, it needs to be a deliberate act that wherever we find ourselves, we would want to uplift every sector of the economy in the Ashanti region. So today, I urge us all that we should come under the umbrella of the Ashanti fashion industry. Dr. Frank Amoakohene, as we all know, has been an ambassador of the fashion industry. On international stages, on local stages, he's mostly seen wearing our outfits of Kweku Outlook, Staladin, Creativita, Lofty, who is even the chairman, and many other of us, to our corporate institutions. If we are bringing back the Friday Ashanti wear, how about we have a conversation that we are not solely bringing back the African Wear Friday, but we are bringing back the African Wear Friday by including the fashion designers in the Ashanti region. This is how we make conscious effort of tagging everybody along the Ashanti Rising Up movement, which we want to bring in the region, specifically for the fashion industry. I would want to reiterate the fact that Dr. Frank Amoakohene has his office always open, and I'm sure that Same and Lofty would attest to the fact. When we wanted to organize Ashanti Festival, in as much as Doctor has an idea to raise or rise the fashion industry, the people in this room have in-depth knowledge than Dr. Frank Amoakohene. So it is only right that you bring the people in this room together and have a conversation to understand the industry, a conversation to understand the challenges which is crippling this industry. If we do not understand you, it is going to be very difficult to help you. So the office, once you know that at least somebody like myself is always there, you can channel every conversation to me or through me so that I can spearhead the conversation, because Dr. Frank Amoakohene has given me the assurance that he wants to consciously raise the youth in Ashanti region so that in the next few years we can be great entrepreneurs. When we are mentioning the entrepreneurs in the country, when you are mentioning great fashion designers in the country, Ashanti region would have a chunk of the names to be mentioned. Again, I would want to advise us as fashion designers. So personally, I have a boutique, and I can say for a fact that the shoes which I sell in my boutique, they are locally made shoes. I mostly procure them from one guy around Kwadasu area. His name is Evans. I don't know if anybody knows him here. Not to defame him or defame anybody, I would want the fashion designers. We know that Christmas is coming. Somebody would come to you. I have to attend this program. Can you please design this for me at this particular time? If you think you cannot do it within the time frame the person wants you to deliver, please be honest as possible. In as much as we are having a conversation with government coming in to support us, bringing in the corporate world and all that, work ethics do matter. If you are not honest with me, if you are not honest with one shirt I want you to produce for me, why do you expect me to give you $1 million job? Or why do you expect me as a government appointee or a government officer to lead you all the way to government to convince them on giving you a contract? Trust is very key. Let's be very honest. Yes, I am looking good in an outfit made by one of you, Creativita. I called on him. I told him I need to attend the program. Within one day, can you produce something for me? He told me yes. He delivered on time. So if I am supposed to be on any platform to talk about Kweku Outlook, I know that Kweku Outlook will tell you I cannot deliver on this time. Creativita will tell you I can deliver on this time. Staladin, Sami, and so many other people. So let our yes be our yes. Because if we want to lead a church, then it means we have to lead a church not because we are Ashantis, but because we are leading a church which we know that indeed, when we lead it, you would not let us down. So this is a call for all of us. Not every time should we be singing the tune of government is not doing this for us, government is not doing that for us. The question is, what are we doing for ourselves? Let us put value in ourselves. Once we put value in ourselves, government and other stakeholders would be forced to come to us. But if we don't put value in ourselves and we always belittle ourselves that because government is not providing subventions, because government is not doing this, because government is not doing that, then we always stay at one place. Now, to our next batch of fashion designers who are coming up, I spoke about trust. Some of our fashion designers are very trustworthy. Some I may not be able to say so much. As you come up, there are going to be challenges along the way. It is not going to be an easy journey. Times when you have to buy a fabric which you are not getting the fabric because of the amount involved and all that. I heard somebody speak about the fact that if we could even reduce or subsidize the prices for some of these young ones and all that. It is not going to be easy because not everybody can buy a shirt for 700 cedis, 500 cedis and all that. But in as much as you are going to encounter all these challenges, the greatest thing to your success, it's your mindset. If you think you don't have the right capital to do the right thing, knock on the right doors. And just as I always say, Dr. Frank Amoakohene has constantly exhibited that he is one of us. He is not just a leader who would sit in the office and when you come to him, you'll be like, oh, you are not worthy of my time and all that. Knock on the right doors. Even the Bible says knock and you shall be opened. So if you knock, I give you the assurance, the office of the regional minister would be open to you. However, in every institution, there are leaders and laws. Once you have the leadership of the Ashanti Fashion Network industry, channel your challenges to them. Let them spearhead your conversation. Because if you come in as an individual, the weight is minimal. But if they come in as leadership of your front, it becomes heavy. Ashanti region is blessed with culture. When we talk about culture in the whole of the country, the first place which comes to mind is the Ashanti region. The fashion industry tells our story much better than a lot of people. Our movie industry tells the story more than most of us. We witnessed a stage play some few days ago, and the education which we got from this Akwaba versus Obake conversation was enormous. So if we are coming together, let's come together and tell our culture. Let's tell our story. I was so much delighted when I saw a lady during the Ashanti Festival dressed in the fabric you use for basket weaving. I don't really know the technical name you use for that. Have you really thought about a Kumawood movie which is being costumed by our fashion designers in this way? If our Kumawood fraternity needs people who would costume them, why do we always say we have to go to Accra before we can bring somebody from Accra? There is something which we call the local economy. If we are able to empower the fashion designers here, when you sit in here, when you get money, you don't go outside the region to spend. When you do anything for yourself, it stays within the region. And this is the vision of Dr. Frank Amoakohene, that we should be able to consciously boost our local economy through some of these activities. As I stand here, I do not only stand in the shoes of the personal assistant of the regional minister, but I double as the general secretary of the Kumawood Ashanti Board Film Association. And today I'll give you my pledge that whatever I need to do from that point so that our fashion designers will be brought to that level, I'll do that. To our stars out there, there are so many programs that we attend every day. And when you get on the red carpet, one of the first questions they ask you is, who are you wearing? What are you wearing? It will be so great to witness Black Star experience and the stars from our region, our very own ambassadors on the red carpet. Who are you wearing? I'm wearing Lofty One. Who are you wearing? I'm wearing Sammy. Who are you wearing? Any other fashion designer in the region. So this is a wake-up call to every star within the region. A journey of 1,000 miles can only start from a step. We would want people from Accra, people from Sunyane, people from the north, people from everywhere to watch Ashanti and envy Ashanti. But before somebody from the north would watch and envy Ashanti, that conversation needs to start from our home. Sabi, yakan kasem yakaso obibo dam kra, obodam fifie. So if you are a star in the region with the mileage that you have gotten, everywhere you stand, let's consciously put our fashion designers on the map. And that's the reason why many a times, even on Mondays, you see Dr. Frank Amoakohene wearing something from our Ashanti fashion designers. You don't necessarily have to put on African prints solely on Friday. It can be on a Monday. It can be on a Wednesday. The white man would always go to the office in a suit. Why can't I go to my office every day clothed in an African wear? This is a wake-up call for all of us. Long live Ashanti fashion industry. Long live the Ashanti region. Long live Ghana. Thank you.